Today we're taking a look at Jiantou. I hope I said that right. One of the elite pilots, heroic pilots, the gold border. Unique pilot, you can only have one in play, but pilot for Crimson Pact of Mars deck in the Redline Tactical Card Combat Core set. And I guess kind of maybe interesting design history on this card. So the art is one of the very first, I think, probably one of the first pieces of art we ever had for Redline. And so just looking at the art itself is amazing. But Jiantou here kind of early on dictated kind of the look we wanted for the Crimson Pact of Mars faction and their pilots. So their uniforms are a little bit more of a spacesuit, while the UNE has more kind of military fatigues. Now remember, Crimson Pact of Mars are exiles. They actually live on Mars. They got kicked off Earth in the Redline story. And so they live on these Martian colonies. And then this is kind of like one of the inside of one of their little bubble colonies. So you can see they still have some plants. She doesn't have to wear like a oxygen mask or helmet. You know, she's on Mars here in the picture, but she's inside one of these like bubble colonies, and some other cards have depicted the outside of these things. But anyway, kind of give you an inside look at you know, what one of these CPM colonies might look like and what the pilots would be wearing. And this came early on in Redline design, so kind of again set the stage for what would come after. But the idea for the pilot, which translated to the card, was we kind of wanted a blend of the old and new. So we have this futuristic sci-fi Efreet pilot, but we thought it'd be cool to kind of have her using, you know, ancient weaponry. So here she's doing archery, and we just thought it would be visually a cool way to, you know, make some art for the card. And again, the art here for her is awesome. So when we had this art in play, we had to design a pilot card that would work with the art. And so the bow and arrow really plays into this a few ways. She has the sharpshooter ability. Again, the bow and arrow would kind of depict that she's, you know, pretty accurate shooter, right? So she's able to plus or minus her attacks with the sharpshooter ability. That was a given. But then having a bow and arrow, that just seemed like, you know, she would be good with missiles. So while a lot of the pilots in the core set have a certain type of Efreet they specialize in, they get special bonuses if they're like in a light, a medium, or heavy Efreet. She actually gets a bonus when it comes to equipment slot. So if she's in an Efreet that has the missile equipment slot, she is going to, there we go, the green right here. There we go, like the Hojan. Anyway, she gets an ability, and a very powerful one as well, where basically a lot of the missile cards in the game are kind of one-use weapons, where you flip them over after you fire the missile, and the missile card won't unflip or reload until next turn. If you have Jiantou in play with a Efreet with a missile card, instead of flipping the missile, you expend it, and then when you use it again, then you flip it. So you get dual use out of your missile cards, and that is combo material written all over it. Very, very powerful. Some of the missile equipment is probably one of the more powerful equipments in the game. Again, they're one-use weapons, but with her in play, you can use them twice. So we wanted to give her a missile ability that was powerful but situational, and this card turned out very, very well. Again, you got to build around her a little bit, but again, if you can get her in a Efreet with a missile equipment, which is not terribly hard to do, and keep her alive, she's going to wreak a lot of havoc on the battlefield. So she becomes a target for sure. So great art, great card, great ability, and probably one of my favorite cards in the core set, just because it came together very, very well. All around, really cool card. And well, like I said, when you play her in your deck, you'll see just how powerful she can be if she's got missiles. Otherwise, she's kind of below average, I would say. So, but check her out, Jiantou, really cool card in Redline.